ways of this world when they should be out here fighting for their own damn people. Right? They got a damn dress on. They're supposed to be out here in fringes and border blue telling our people to repent. Right? Why? Because here's why. When you, every city, every country, every job has laws and rules that they abide by. There's no way you can have people around each other without laws to guide them. This is our guidance, brother. They are. They're not of our people, though. Look, America says in God we trust. And we just read in the Bible that they put their hand on, right, that two men are not supposed to lay down to with each other. But they legalized gay marriage. I'm telling you, these people are not fortified. These people are not your people.
They trust in God. He said in God we trust. By them allowing that to happen, do they trust in God?
When they swear the president in, what book do they put their hand on? When they swear the president in, what book do they put their hand on? When you go to court, what book did they put their hand on? What book did President Trump hold in the air like this? It don't mean nothing to them, but it means something to us, right? It has our history in here. It has our laws in here. The foods we ate, the clothes we wore, the things that we did. Our original man, right? That's in here, right? Okay. So give me that. Give me Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, right? Give me Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, because this is what we out here to do, right? Tell our people to repent in these last days. Hey, brother, come hear the words of the Lord, brother. Come talk to us for a second. We your brothers out here, man.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17.
How you doing, brother?
Good, how you doing?
Pretty good. What's your name, brother? All right, I'm Brother Benaya, man. Nice to meet you, man. And we appreciate you coming over to talk to your people. This is what we out here to do. We out here reading the Bible right now. So we out here to tell our people we've been taught lies all these years in the Bible. But now we're bringing out the truth. The same book, we just bringing out the truth of the Bible. Going into the context of who the people are, what we're supposed to be doing, the prophecies that are broken down in the Bible. We out here explaining it to them. Right? Give me that real quick.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman.
So the Lord made us a watchman, right? So we're supposed to be watching for our people, watching the news, telling them what's going on, telling them the things to come. We are here to watch over our people. Just like Christ, he watched over his flock, right? He took care of them, right? This is what we have to do, take care of our people. Read that.
Unto the house of Israel.
To who?
Unto the house of Israel.
And we are here for the house of Israel. Did you know that you were an Israelite? Right? So, keep reading on that, real quick.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
We are here to give the people warning. We're waking our people up. You're not a Negro. You're not an African American.
That's right.
You're not a black man. You're not a spick. You're not a nigger. Right? You're not a monkey. These are the things that other nations call you, but they don't treat you like a king like they should. They call you a 3/5 of a man. Right? Read that.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
So the wicked gonna surely die. Read.
And thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life,
right?
That same man shall die in his iniquity.
So we are here to save our people and get the blood off of our hands, right? But ultimately, we are here to love and fellowship with our people, right? Let's, is that it on that? No, I get it.
But his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. He shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
So we are here to deliver your soul and our soul at the same time.
That's right.
Right? Now I'm going to explain to you how we know we are the actual Israelites. You ever heard of the Israelites? Okay. So do you know who Moses is? Moses freed the children of Israel out of Egypt.
That's right.
He went in there and said, let my people go. Brought them into the wilderness. He went into Mount Sinai and got the commandments from the Lord. Right? So we on the same page on that, right? He came back down, and now he's talking to the people. This is what's going on in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15, what we're about to read. Right? Let me deal with the brother real quick. I'll take a quick question. Quick. Right. Yes, correct. These are things that actually transpired throughout history, right? Let me get that real quick.
Deuteronomy
It's a history book. This book is not a book of religion, right? Brother's right. It is a history book, a book of history, right? It historically happened. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
You said a quick question, brother. That was one quick question. I gotta deal with this brother.
Bring it up.
Bring that out real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Hey, now you know we gotta deal like brothers, right? We out here actually teaching the word. We actually out here for a purpose to give the word of God to our people. Now we gave you the moment to ask quick questions. You gotta deal with me, bro. So we trying to bring out the words of the Lord to the brother. Get that real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So now Moses is speaking to the people. He gave them a list of lessons from Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 through 14. He said, you will be blessed, put on high, if you keep my commandments. But in verse 15, read that again.
But it shall come to pass.
And anytime it says but, there's something else to the situation. Right? Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken
Meaning if you don't listen, read.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
All his what?
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, and all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Lord, Moses told the people, the Lord told me to tell you, right, that curses will come upon you if you don't keep the commandments. Right? Our people did not keep the commandments, so curses came upon them. This is why you see the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans living in the ghettos, the projects, the hoods, and it's going to explain that in verse 16. Read that real quick.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
We'll get to the solution.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
So cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field. Meaning you got cursed in the city. Any city you go to, you're going to see the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans living in the ghetto, living in the worst parts of the hood, living in Chicago, shooting each other down, sending the army to Iraq, instead of sending them to your neighborhood to control the situation. That's being cursed in the city, right? And it said cursed in the field. When we got cursed in the field, right? It's slavery, picking cotton, sugar cane, right? All these things for free labor that we never got paid for. That's cursed in the field. You won't find another nation of people that got cursed in the field as a whole nation, right? As the children of Israel. Because Moses, he's talking to all the nation of the children of Israel right now. Right? Read that.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 12. And he hath confirmed his word which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us by bringing upon us a great evil.
So the Lord brought upon us a great evil because we decided, you know what? Instead of listening to the Most High God who created all things, who brought us out of slavery, we're going to go do our own thing. We're going to make a golden calf. We're going to go and do our own thing and follow the other nations.
We're going to write our own story. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
So under the whole heaven, meaning under the entire heaven, the worst things have not been done to any other nation but Jerusalem. We got it to work. You got a few people, they've been into slavery before. They got conquered by different nations. But nobody has went through it like these people right here. Right? You won't find in history anywhere where people went into slavery on slave ships, right? Getting a whole nation wiped out. Their whole language wiped out. Their culture, their language, their music, the things, the foods they ate. We don't even know who we are. We don't even know what land mass we come from for real. Right? Give me that real quick in verse 46 in Deuteronomy. Right? Deuteronomy 28, verse 46.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46.
And what we're trying to show you is that we are the actual Israelites prophesied in the Bible to actually go into slavery. Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
They is the curses. They will be upon you for a sign, an identification to show you who you are. Read.
and for a wonder,
Uh-huh.
and upon thy seed forever.
How long?
Forever.
So forever, these curses will be upon you. When you rise up, these curses gonna come right back on you. When you come up, the curse is gonna come right back on you. When you stay down, the curse is gonna be right on top of you. Right? They're gonna be upon you forever, showing you the sign of who the Israelites actually are. Right? Read that.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
What didn't we do?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So we're going to serve our enemies because we decided to go against the Lord. So therefore he put our enemies against us. Right? Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
When we hungry, who we got to go to? When we what?
And in thirst.
When we thirsty, who do we have to go to? Who do you pay a water bill to? Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. When you want clothing, you're not going to your own people. You're going to your enemy. Read.
And in want of all things.
And want of all things, driver's license, birth certificates, right? Shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, right? A house, a car. You going to your enemy. You want that this camera right here? You gotta go to your enemy for that.
That's right.
You're not going to your own people for that, right? Because all these things got stripped away from our people for disobeying the commandments.
Bring it out.
Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And this yoke of iron got put upon our necks because we didn't listen to the Most High God. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Destroyed your mindset. Because we still physically here, but he destroyed our mindset now. Now we killing each other for no reason, right? We lining up, spending our money with all the other nations, staying in poverty, right? And we spending our money without knowing, celebrating all these different holidays that we don't know about, celebrating the 4th of July when our people were enslaved in 1776, right? They were enslaved in 1776, and we still enslaved today, right? Read that.
Verse 49, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
This nation he brought against us from far was the so-called Europeans, right? Was the so-called conquistadors, right? Read.
From the end of the earth as swift as the eagle flies.
And their symbol is the eagle. The Lord is telling you, He's giving you context clues in these last days, showing you who these people are. Have you ever heard this in the Bible, bro? Right? Read that.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance.
And we wouldn't understand their tongue, meaning their language. That's right. Right? We wouldn't understand English. We spoke Hebrew, but guess what? They came and wiped all of that out. They made you slaves, made you think you were a black man, made you think you were African American, made you think that English is your original language. Now they got us thinking that we just Africans who was running around Africa with a spear and a rag over our genitals. Right? That's what we think we were. But we were kings and gods upon this earth, meaning great, right? We were the judges of this earth. At one point in time, we used to rule this earth. But they won't tell you that. They'll expose it. Well, they'll have wordplay. They'll tell you those were the dark ages. What do you think the dark ages were? Those when we ruled those different places like Europe, Russia, all those different places, they call them the dark ages now. And they don't go into that history, right? They're gonna give you from Alexander the Great, skip a little bit, and then we're gonna give you the colonization era, right? When Christopher Columbus came and explored America. That's still in the history book. Everybody knows that's a lie. Everybody knows that that is a lie. You had the original people, right, who got over here first. That's actually in the Bible as well.
That's right.
But for the sake of time, we'll get back to the person. Go ahead and then give me 54 real quick. All right.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young.
So they wouldn't show favor to the young or old. Meaning, hey, if you were old, you were right there in the cotton field. If you were young, you were right there in the cotton field with your grandma, picking cotton, holding the bag full. Right? Read that.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
So what?
Until thou be destroyed.
Now our people are destroyed, man. We depend on everybody else to save us. We don't read the Bible no more. We used to be people of understanding, people of knowledge. We used to love to read as a people. That's throughout history, you understand that. We were creators, carpenters, inventors, right? But now our people, we just want to go to the club every weekend. right? Get in before 11. Hey, that's kind of the thing now, right? We want to get in the club before 11. Hey, we think that's smart now. Yeah, I got in free. I saved a couple bucks. Party all night, get drunk as hell, right? Going out and getting the wreck. These are the things that we think are fun now, right? We got to come back to reading as being fun, right? Learning our history as being fun. That's what we got to come back to, right? These are the things we have to search for. How many so-called white men in your schools loved history class? Because guess what? It was all about them. But this right here is all about you. This is the kind of energy we got to bring to the Bible. See that? Give me that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto another.
The transatlantic slave trade. That's what you just read. The Lord would scatter you through the transatlantic slave trade, through the sub-Saharan slave trade, which predated this transatlantic slave trade. Right? You understand that, right? So he's telling you, I'm going to spread you from one end of the earth even to the other. From Africa, China, Russia, through Taiwan, through Japan, through North Korea, through South Korea. I'm going to spread you out through all these people because you disobeyed my commandments. Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone.
You're going to serve other gods. Now, pay attention now. The wood and stone, that's going into Christianity and it's going into Islam. In Christianity, they worship the wooden cross. In Islam, they worship the Mecca stone. These are the two top religions on the earth. So he's telling you, giving you context clues as to who you would be serving. Serving other gods, which our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Zechariah, Zephaniah, Jeremiah, they didn't know those strange gods, man. They knew the Most High God, right, of Israel. This is who they followed. But now we're serving this man who is not in the Bible. He's not anywhere in the Bible, but you will find a man who looks more like him. Did you ever hear that Christ was a so-called black man? Right? Okay, so you understand that.
Europeanized all the religions.
Correct. Europeanized all the religions. They give you this right here. Nowhere in the Bible will you say, will the Lord tell you to call yourself a Jehovah's Witness, to call yourself a Baptist. He won't tell you to call yourself Pentecostal. He tell you to call yourself an Israelite.
That's right.
He tell you to call yourself a Judite.
That's right.
A Benjamite. God's chosen people. These people are outside right here. Right? Give me verse 54. Are you done with that? Right? Give me that.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54.
And these are the curses that will be upon us for a sign. These curses, see if they go, another nation is going through what we're going through. Especially on this one.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
And it was a blessing that we would say, hey brother, come hear the word. And you came over here. Right? That's how we used to be. We used to be able to talk to one another like that. But you got some brothers out here, hey brother, come over here and hear the word. What you say to me, nigga? Now you ready to shoot. Now you ready to fight. Why you ask me like that, right? Come over there and talk to you. You understand what I'm saying, right? That's how people are. Read that real.
Got to do the same thing.
So, right.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall